Damien asked, how do you get the pipeline or other metrics from sales stakeholders?
So this is an interesting one. And I think Matt said that when we talk about stakeholders, we're talking about obviously those higher up in the business or the C-suite
Yeah.
or the senior leadership. But often stakeholders can be your sales counterparts because
Mhm.
we'll all find that day to day, that's probably who we work more closely with. And they're the ones that want us to bring loads of leads from this event or want us to find loads of deals at this event. And so those relationships can sometimes be the most tumultuous. And it's interesting, but again, it goes back to that consistency piece. So what you need to do is you need to say to a salesperson, what do you expect to get from this event? How can we help you? And what tools do you need to make sure that we get there? And
Yep.
then what you do is you set out really clearly, these are our sales objectives. And then you'll start again to really embed that habit within them where they'll start feeling much more comfortable and they'll see that you're working collaboratively
Mhm.
to achieve these results that help them,
Yep.
help you, and help the business. So it's a triple win. And then you just need to say to them, first of all, what are we expecting from this event? And then afterwards, you need to find a way to integrate. We've got one way that we recommend people. First of all, obviously, you can just do lead gen on site and meeting analytics and things like that. But actually, what's really key is if you are retrospectively adding in your CRM a specific client you met on site and you're tagging the event that you met them at, then that allows you to remain part of the pipeline. So when that deal comes through, they'll look back immediately and see that that event was integral to, it was a touch point that got the deal over the line. But it's about collaboration. It's about making sure you're all on the same page. It's about being open and honest. And you'll start to see that those sales stakeholders will be more open to sharing information with you. And they'll see that you're only there to help them. No one wins if you go to an event and you don't meet your objectives.
Yep.
So I think that's key. You're all on the same team. And I think sometimes it's easy to forget that when you're getting pulls in every direction.
And Damien, that's a good question. I love what Chloe said. And what I would put with that is push sales. Don't just let them say, oh, we want good leads. It's like, no shit, right? But what is a good lead, right? How many do you need? How many do you need to sit in front of that you then go convert, right? So do I have to put you in front of 10 people? Is it 20 people to convert 1, 2? You have to know your numbers or roughly how you convert, how many conversations, what a quality conversation looks like. That's getting into the gritty with your sales team. They should know these things, right? And then you're saying, okay, now you're telling me that we have 4 salespeople here for 3 days. We need to get each person in front of 40 people over 4 days. Okay, how are we going to do it? Right? How are we going to get 40 good meetings for each? And you start just kind of reverse engineering it, because honestly, that ends up being the only way.
And I think with you as well, just to add to that, is afterwards if indeed your objective of that trade show is solely lead generation and you pass those leads over to sales, you need to document that really clearly and define your expectations now that you've handed them over, because what you don't want is it to come back 6 months later and they say, oh, but we didn't get X, Y, Z from that trade show. Well, actually we did. I gave that to you, and it's not the responsibility of the events team to make sure those sales then come through. Like, you're doing your job, and it's being really clear and documenting that and just keeping the receipts at all times.